Awesome. Here we go. I think it's recording. Yeah, it's recording. Cool. Well, good afternoon, you guys, and thank you, Krista, Lisa, and of course Jenna for being here and for sort of showing up to learn a little bit more about 100 Mile Club and what we have sort of to offer schools and homeschools and charters like yours. What I want to do, and I'm here with BJ, but what I'd like to do first is just real quick, just do intros. So I'm Kara, and I'm the founder of the 100 Mile Club. I'll talk a little bit about the history, just very briefly in a little bit, but I'm just Kara, and I'm the founder, and I'm really happy to be here. And next we have BJ.
Hi, I'm also very happy to be here. This is a new experience being on a Zoom meeting. I am the program manager here in our national office, and it's our little home office. It's right here in Corona, Norco, but it is our national office now, and I'm excited to be a part and really excited to share with you guys as a charter and a charter group, because we are seeming to have so many more. Even this year, we saw an increase last year, but this year, within the last probably just 3 to 4 weeks, quite a few charters and homeschools come aboard. So thank you for your time today.
Cool.
Awesome.
Lisa, are you there?
Yes, I'm just finding my mute button. I'm Lisa, and I'm the Pasadena Enrichment Academy Coordinator.
Awesome. And Jenna.
I'm Jenna, and I'm the Corona Enrichment Academy Coordinator.
Cool. And then we have Krista.
I'm Krista. I'm a teacher at the Enrichment Academy in South Bay, Torrance, with Dawn Gordon's our supervisor, but she asked me to take this on, so here I am.
Awesome. Now, when you say the South Bay, what areas does that cover?
So that's like Redondo Beach, Torrance, Phoebe, Manhattan Beach, Lawndale. We're kind of like San Pedro. We have some people coming in from San Pedro and up through like Inglewood, Lawndale.
Big area. Okay.
I'm all around here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just get a map picture in my head.
Yeah, think like LAX and the coast.
Exactly.
Yeah, kind of think like LAX to like San Pedro, mostly the coast. Yeah.
Yeah, almost like, yeah, exactly. I know exactly where that is. Perfect. I mean, I can see the area on a map, and so I'm good. So thank you all for being here.
Yeah.
It's my goal today to sort of send you away feeling a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more empowered, and really giving you permission to jump into the 100 Mile Club and make it what it needs to be for your center and for your group. When we're dealing with sort of, charter schools, and especially ones that are kind of a combination of homeschool and meetings, they're going to look a little bit different no matter where we go. So for us to prescribe exactly what it's going to look like for you would almost be like, it would just be confusing and frustrating. So what I want to do is talk to you just quickly about the mission and the vision, the history of who we are and what we do and why, and then what the program looks like and how it will really bring us all together, regardless of whether or not we're homeschooling, using a charter school, or even a public school program. And everyone's all in this together. So I'm a 4th generation public school teacher. I started teaching in 1991, and in 1992, I had a class of kids that were really just sort of sad and disconnected from school. They didn't really have the ability to understand what success was and what it felt like, and I didn't know what to do with them, to be honest. It was a non-categorical special day class for kids with learning disabilities and behavior disorders, and I needed to rope them in, and I needed to rope them in quick. For me, understanding that kids who move tend to settle down before you try to teach them, and this idea, we were just coming off of an Olympic year in 92, and I love the idea of my kids striving for gold. This idea of striving, setting a big goal and achieving it and earning a gold medal was really something I thought was very attractive. And so the idea of exercising in the morning combined with the idea of earning a gold medal led me to this idea that my kids were going to run. And there's much more to it, but led me to this idea that I wanted my kids to run every day. So I ended up doing a little math and figuring out that the 100 Mile Club cooks down to about 3 miles a week if you do it every week. And I challenged each one of them to run 100 miles over the course of a school year. And if they did that, they were going to earn a gold medal. And that was really how the whole thing started. It was never my intention for it to grow past the classroom I was working with, but it did. And so for me, my intention was always to make it something that was fully inclusive and able to be duplicated no matter where we are. Hello. So that was really my goal. That year we started running. All of my kids made it. They earned a gold medal. I also ended up, hello.
Oh, hi. Sorry,
Hi.
I'll mute myself. I didn't know it was
That's
not muted.
okay. Nice to meet you. I'm Kara. And this is,
Likewise.
can you tell me where you're from real quick?
Sure, Fontana EA?
Awesome. Okay. And your name is Santana?
Yes, Aldo Santana.
Oh, Aldo Santana. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
We just started. So for me, my as the 100 Mile Club continues to grow, it's always about unifying and bringing everybody together through this shared goal of running or walking 100 miles over the course of a school year. And in doing this, we've ended up creating a program that's very easy to duplicate. It's something that we can do anywhere and everywhere. We can do it with homeschools, charters. We can do it with regular public schools, of course, and we're even duplicating the program into senior centers as well. And so that's been really, really fun. The 100 Mile Club itself is a very, very simple thing. Honestly, guys, it's run 100 miles, earn a gold medal, and then we earn incentives along the way. So what I'd like to do real quick is just go over sort of the incentives that sort of bring us all together. And then I want to take you on a quick tour of the website and then answer any questions you have. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Okay, so in the 100 Mile Club, like I said, the group can be teeny tiny. You can have a group of 5 kids. You can have a group of 1,500 kids. And we do have both. For us, we have, I don't know who just came in. Did someone just come in?
Sorry, I just switched over to my laptop from my phone. That's Krista Hart.
Oh, hi, Krista. Oh, that's way cool. Thank you. So in the 100 Mile Club, like I said, the group can be teeny tiny. It can be great big. Either way, the mission, vision, and spirit is exactly the same. Our goal is to provide our kids the opportunity to complete this goal, to sort of accept a challenge and then set a goal for themselves and then see it through. Those are the things that matter to us the most. So the first thing that happens, and I'm just going to be like holding stuff up. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Okay, so the first thing that happens is we have these little membership cards. So a lot of times I like to give these out after a first mile. So having these available is really, really cool. And it's a little challenge accepted sort of membership card. And on the back of the card, I'm just going to hold it up for a second so you guys can see it. There are sort of 5 rules or 5 sort of mantras to the 100 Mile Club. One of them is make each day your masterpiece. The other one is be true to yourself. And the other 3 are very simple. Don't whine, don't complain, and don't make excuses. And this applies not only to the 100 Mile Club journey, but it also applies to, their schoolwork and life. And it's just a really fun thing to kind of hang your hat on with the kids. And then they start moving and they start logging miles. Now for you guys, if they are logging miles, depending on, if they're at home and they're logging miles with their parents, there are different ways to hold them accountable for those. We can talk about that in a minute. But when they hit mile 25, that's when they earn their t-shirt. Every year, the 100 Mile Club runs in a different color shirt. And we do that for several reasons. 1, we want our kids to connect that year. And 2, we want our kids to connect over time. So what that means is if you see a child wearing a neon yellow 100 Mile Club shirt, they ran 2 years ago. If you see a kid in a a blue shirt, you know they ran last year. And this year we're running in red and silver, and it's for our 25th anniversary. And then the back of the shirt is sort of where the magic happens. Can you guys see the little check boxes on the back?
Yes.
So those are where we're tracking our miles. So it allows our kids to sort of share their journey with the world and with people that are in their group. So as they, at 25 miles, that's when they earn their shirt. And you would mark off that box. Either they would do it or you as the program coordinator would do it, maybe when you guys have your park days or whatever, and celebrate that achievement at that time. Same thing with 50, 75, and 100 miles. So at 50 miles, they earn a little golden pencil, which we love. The kids love these, and I've decided it's because anytime you have to run 50 miles for anything, you're going to love what someone gives you. And it's fun that it's a gold pencil, and it's really reminding them of their ultimate goal, which is this gold medal, right? So at 75 miles, they get a wristband. They earn a wristband that looks like this one I have on right here. And then at 100 miles, that's when you definitely check off your box on your shirt. So you check off your 100 box. And at that point in the program guide that we offer to our coaches, it shows different ways to celebrate right when that happens. So that's not right when they earn their gold medal. The gold medal is earned at the end of the school year at a special medal ceremony that everyone attends, or hopefully everyone will attend in your case, where you're celebrating everyone. And then everybody earns a certificate that looks like this. It has everyone, it has your name, it has the total miles you completed, I sign it, and then the coach would sign it, and then it's dated. So kids will set amazing goals and do amazing, amazing things with the 100 Mile Club. And that's really the incentive.
Quick question.
Sure.
When they attend for the ceremony, is that like at our specific EAs?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. You guys could,
Okay.
you guys could come together and do, you know, a multiple, you know, group one, or you could do one just on your own, but it's every one of those medal ceremonies kind of maybe looks a little bit different, but regardless, what you're doing is you're celebrating every child that took the journey. Those that finish 100 miles or more receive their gold medal, and the gold medal looks like this. The front has our logo on it, and the back has a little drawing of some people that were, little cartoon that was drawn by one of my students, the second or third year that I had the program going, and I thought it was so cute, so I kept it. Around the edges of the medal, it's hard to see, but you can see it on our website. It has all the life skills that the kids practice going through sort of their journey to 100 miles. BJ, did I leave anything out? Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted.
Right. Sorry about that. No, you covered it very well. They might be interested to know the cost of that incentive package.
Yeah, so the
which
incentive
is $10.
Yeah, the incentive package itself is $10 per kid per year, and that's it. That's really the only cost we ask for. The other stuff that I'm going to show you is all available on our website once you register. So you could have a group of 3 kids, 5 kids, 20 kids, 100 kids, 1,000 kids. It's just $10, $10, $10. And the support that we provide the same support regardless. Does that make sense?
So $10 includes the shirt, the medal, the pencil, and the bracelet?
Everything. Uh-huh.
The membership card and the certificate.
And the membership card and the certificate. Cool. So what happens is when you order that, so as a coordinator, what do you guys call yourselves?
Yeah, EA coordinators.
EA coordinators. Okay, so I'm like, I just call you coaches. As an EA coordinator, you're kind of going to become a coach if you choose to do this. It's sort of, that's what we end up calling you at the office as coach. You would, when you ordered for your group, you would bring all that in, and it's not necessarily, you would sort of end up with a box of shirts and then some pencils and some wristbands. You'd have certificates, and cards, of course, but if you want to get those early, just let us know. We can order those early. The only thing that doesn't come in the package right away is the gold medal. because not everybody earns it. And it's something that's pretty costly for us. And so what you do at the end of the school year is we're going to ask you, okay, how many kids ran? How many kids earned their gold medal? And we will send you that many gold medals. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really simple. So for you all, you would decide, you know, during park days or days where you're together, you know, you guys could run a mile together or do a timed mile for fun or do some running games and give them credit for after they ran and did some sort of running relays and some fun things. And keeping track, we have ways that they can keep track independently, and we also have charts that you can utilize and keep at if you have a center where people meet. I don't know if you have a place where you guys meet once a month, where you can put a chart up to have everybody on it, but it's really up to you how you display that, but we do have those available. What I'd like to do right now is do a screen share of our website, if that's okay, and sort of show you.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hope I can do this. I did it before, so fingers crossed, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Can you all see that?
There we go.
Yep.
So when you first, I'm so happy this is working. When you first go to our website, you'll just see sort of a video. So this, what you're seeing now is a video of some kids at a school running. The next bit, you will see, this is actually one of our community events that's in Corona. It's a community run once a week. And then this is actually a hike that we host every October that every single kid in the United States is invited to. Now, of course, not everybody's coming, but these are, most of the things that you're seeing in this video are community runs, and those are all on our calendar. If you're close enough or you want to invite kids to go to these, they are all over Southern California. And this is a little girl that's very curious. She says hello. Now, this is the top. When we hike up, there's a giant rock in our town that's shaped, that's painted like a pumpkin. We do it every Halloween. We do that hike. So you just click continue to 100 Mile Club homepage, and that's going to take you to our website. Let's talk about programs. So if you want to learn more about the incentive package that I just talked about and sort of showed you pictures of, this will take you straight to the incentive package, so you can read more about it. It has pictures you can share with your parents. This page, it talks about the membership card, the shirt, the pencil, the wristband, the medal, and the certificate. And like I said, that's $10, and like you can order them all year long. You don't have to just place one order. So you can order an initial set, and then if you have kids join later, they can absolutely order again. And that will just go into your total of about how many medals you're eligible for. So our program overview is right here. What you need to know is that there is no cost for you guys to start. Once you sign up, you are in. Once you sign up your group, so Pasadena would sign up, or South Bay would sign up, or Fontana would sign up, then we know that you're in. And our goal is for you, like Aldo, Krista, Lisa, Jenna, you guys would all be considered like coaches for your group. Does that make sense? So you'd be the one that gets into the back end of the website and accessing some of the stuff that we have to offer. Are there any questions about that? Okay. So the easiest thing for
I have a question. I might have.
Sure.
Sorry. So as far as like, do we get like a amount of parents who want to sign up? They give us the $10 and we'd submit that order to you.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's what you would do. That would be the easiest thing to do. And then you would bring that.
So Aldo, real quick.
Go ahead.
Oh, so I just, I was telling Kara that I offered the registration at the park day yesterday or Tuesday. And so the parents either gave cash or wrote a check to me so I can write a big check to 100 Mile Club. They are an approved vendor through our enrichment center, so they could sign up through there, but then the parents will get all of the incentives and stuff. It won't be part of our enrichment academy. So I'm going to have everyone's shirts and incentives and stuff, and then I'm going to pass them out on Tuesdays when they're at the EA, you know, so it's like a big deal and they're all excited. So, because you're probably going to have parents ask if they could use funds. They could, but then they won't be part of like the EA group that's doing it.
Gotcha. Okay, my event's on Tuesday, so that works out.
Yeah, and it's really cool. I mean, for you guys, because you're sort of a hybrid program where they're meeting with you, but they're really on their own. There's something magical about them having to report to someone, if that makes sense. So when they're out earning their miles and logging miles together, for them to report to you all and say, you know, Miss Lorge, I made my 25, and then you have that shirt and you celebrate and you scream and yell and jump up and down and present them with their shirt, it's much more meaningful than what may or may not happen at home. You know, maybe the parents do make a big deal out of it. I have some homeschool parents who are awesome, but I have some that just give them the shirt and they don't even work for it. So that's really what we want to avoid. I want to make sure that these kids are working and earning their shirts and earning their pencils and earning their wristbands and really making it happen. So that's personally what I would think would be great. BJ, do you have something you want to say about that? Anything?
You know, the other thing I would maybe add to that, not to make it more confusing, but just to know options, particularly like Jenna, how you're talking about opening it up at your weekly park runs and such. If you chose, the parents or other siblings could also be involved, and especially when you're using charter schools and homeschools, it's nice to have a little bit more of a group and an involvement as well. So that can be an option to at least consider.
Yeah, and we love it when parents sign up. We love it when younger siblings sign up. We love it when they're doing this as a family. It really creates a wonderful community engagement that we think is essential in sort of reinvigorating an active community. So, you know, however it works for you, we want that to work for you. But what I want to make clear to you is once you sign up, you're already in. It's not like we're going to be like, oh, you have to give us money. Once you sign your school up, you are in. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. So, where does it say sign up? So you guys would probably be a gold medal. So I'm going to go into gold medal.
Yeah, you'll be right in there.
Okay, so the gold medal program is really exactly what we talked about. And you would click here and it would just say register your school now. I'm just going to click into it and show you what it looks like. It's very, very easy. Right here it says select a program. Can you guys see where my cursor is?
Yeah.
All right, so it says to choose certificate path, hybrid, or gold medal. It doesn't really matter to us what you choose. Certificate path basically means that you're going to run in the 100 Mile Club. The kids aren't going to earn incentives, and everything is downloadable. And there's information about all three programs or all three sort of combinations on our website. I would imagine you'd probably be gold or hybrid. Gold medal means the kids are running to earn t-shirts and gold medals. And that's probably where you guys are going to be, or you might be in the hybrid program, but I have a feeling you're probably going to be here because you're a homeschool group. So you would select that, and I'm just going to select this to get us going. And see, it just opens up to a drop down, and you just fill in everything it asks you to fill in. I'm not going to do it all the way, but if you have problems filling it out, just let us know. The other thing that you need to know is that whatever you select here, we do not even care. It doesn't matter what you select. All that's doing is saying, like, the only way I can explain it is like, you know when you RSVP for a wedding and they ask you to choose chicken, fish, or vegan option, and then you get there and you change your mind? It gives us an idea of what you're thinking so that we can kind of prepare. So that's that. So I'm going to go back and just show you that that's where you sign up. So you would go to whichever program and then you would just sign up. But like I said, once you do that, you will be able to go to Coach's Corner. Now, right now I am not logged into Coach's Corner. So I'm going to click on it and show you what it looks like. Coach's Corner is where you're going to find all the stuff you need to run your program. So right down here, see how I'm not logged in? So it's not letting me in. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to click login. And my name and password is here. Your name will be your first name, a period, and a last name, and your password. And then it'll log you in.
So this is set up to be the private area that's just for registered schools.
Oh, don't look at this. Close your eyes. This takes, because I'm administrator, you don't want to see that. So I'm logged in. The only thing that you're not going to see as a coach is this black bar across the top, because I'm an editor on the website, and you won't see that. So what'll happen now is if I go down here to Coach's Corner and I click on that again, everything is there. So you'll see a place where you can order supplies and incentive packages. This is where you would order your incentive packages. If you want to see what we have to offer just to our coaches, you would click here. And this is our catalog. It's just a PDF of some stuff that we have available to you. This is our shirt last year. There's a program guide, but I'm going to show you the downloadable version. If you need extra cards, they're here. Tracking posters, sticks, a banner. These are really fun. These stickers that say, I made my 25, I made my 50, I made my 75. And if you needed to order extra certificates. So it's very, very self-explanatory. But this is where you would actually order. It's very simple. It's much like the registration form. You just fill out everything they ask you, fill it out, and you do not have to pay right away. So if you're placing an order, you send that in, you let us know what your order is, and we start getting it ready, and we call you, and we send you an invoice. So it's very simple, very simple. Are there any questions about that? If you're local, you can make a choice to pick up, or we can ship it to wherever you tell us to ship it. Same thing with billing. You can use a check, a credit card. You can call us with a credit card number. You can pick up. I don't think you guys have purchase orders. So that's probably doesn't pertain to you. Does it, Jenna?
I'm not sure how that would work with you guys.
I don't think, the only thing is if they order through the academy or not through you, it might be a bit different. But like I said, honestly, that I feel like it would be better to create sort of that team atmosphere that we're looking for, to have you guys holding the incentives for them. And if they do order them that way, have them give them to you, if that makes sense. That's just my recommendation.
So it'd be a good idea to possibly give out the awards every time a student hits a milestone, like at the beginning of the enrichment center.
Absolutely. I think that's a fantastic idea. I don't know if you guys have or you're able to use social media, but it's always fun if a kid hits a milestone, take their picture, post it on social media and be like, hey, Pablo just made his 25. We're so excited here. Hashtag 100 Mile Club, something like that. People do that a lot. It's really fun because you'll get congratulations from all over the world.
I had a question. When we registered, and Jenna, you may know the answer, as a school, since we all work from home, are we putting the Inspire address, or should we put our home address where we need things shipped?
That would be up to you. Wherever you want it shipped to, we can ship it to that.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to put the Inspire address, if people are, if you feel more comfortable putting their address and then saying, please ship to my address, whatever works for you works for us. We're very low key. I mean, we serve over 4,000 schools across the country, but at the same time, we are here and we are human. And all you do is call us and go, hey, Kara, can you send me this? And we do. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah. We have just the ones that hub out of the Doherty office. You'd have 20 enrichment academies signed up separately, but then all at the same address. So I just don't know what's less confusing on your end.
It doesn't. I mean, it's up to you, because we could put we could ship to the same address and put attention,
Okay.
I mean, whatever works for you works for us. And what happens is when we have a new relationship with a group like yours that's diverse and everyone's kind of doing their own thing, but really we're all in this together. Once we work out the kinks, it's absolutely seamless, and the kinks are very tiny, really.
And when I registered for Corona, I registered as Inspire Charter Schools Corona. That way, it's still Inspire, but it's a separate group.
Okay.
So, and then I just put my address.
What district did you use?
Just put not applicable.
Okay.
Just put something there. I mean, it doesn't matter. That for us, like I said, that for us is data that, we pull district. Like, for example, we know with the hurricane and everything going on, we know our Houston schools. And we know which they're in Houston ISD, and we know how to reach out to them. Does that make sense? So it's not like a big deal.
Yeah, some companies it's a huge deal, so thank you for clarifying
Yeah,
that.
it's not. And for us, you can say, I don't even know what your district would. Just put NA or homeschool or charter school or whatever you guys want to put. It doesn't matter to us. Really.
And then, Kara, you said that you had some apps that we could recommend to the parents for tracking miles.
Yeah. So do you guys want us to, well, the two that I recommend that I think are really, really good and accurate, because there are some out there that are very sexy and simple, and then there are some that are very accurate and simple. Does that make sense? So I have tested all of these, and the two that I find to be the most accurate and the most fun are Map My Run or Map My Fitness. They're the same. Or an app that I love called Strava, S-T-R-A-V-A. And Strava is really cool because it is ridiculously accurate. And also you're able to create routes and like if one of your kids ran a certain route and did it in a certain time, that time would post on that route. And this is going to sound really silly, but another kid could go to that route and try to beat the time. And there would be like an alert. Like Johnny Smith just beat your time on the, Jones Street Loop or something, whatever you name it. So it can be really, really fun on Strava to sort of create a group in there, which you can do, and get everybody in there. And we can do sort of a whole separate thing on that, which is really fun. It's nice. There's another app that's very simple, and it's not as accurate, but it's fun for kids, and it's called World Walking. World Walking. And it's an app out of Scotland. And you can actually pick a route and virtually walk it and see different milestones along the way. Like you could walk through the streets of Paris, and you could see the Louvre, and you could see the, so it'll say, oh, you just did another 1.5 miles. You just reached Notre Dame. And here's some information about it. So it's really neat. The guy that started it has kind of become a friend, and he loves our program. He loves what we do, and you can even set up a group in there as well. We have a lot of people.
Pretty cool.
It's really cool. We actually have one that runs across the United States. It starts and it does stop at our office, and then it goes across to Washington, D.C. So that's really fun. It's called the Race Across USA. It's a route that was actually physically run by 12 runners in 2015 to raise funds for our organization. So it's a really fun app. So it's called World Walking, and that's a nice one to recommend to your families as well. Probably a little more kid friendly than the other two, but I don't know how accurate it is. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter as long as the kids are moving and having a good time.
Okay, so the parents could use one of these apps to track their miles and update us each week, or they can find community events and participate in those, or both.
Or both, and both
Okay.
is really what I love. So let me go into program resources, and then I'm going to show you the calendar, guys. Program resources. So right here is where it says program resources. You can go ahead and click on that, and it's going to take you to a page that we're constantly adding to. This is the single most important thing I want you to know about this program guide. If I open this, it may take a minute. I'm a little scared to open it. I'm going to try. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Oh. Yay. So this is our program guide. You could print it. I print one. I mean, I wrote it, but then I just printed me a copy and put it in a notebook. It's got everything in it from the different programs, the mindset you have to keep, different ways to track miles, different ways to keep records. the life skills piece that we work on, how to accommodate and modify for kids with disabilities if you have those, developing, so this is important, sort of developing this idea of integrity and honesty, making sure people are being honest, and different ways to celebrate milestones. So there's a whole ton of things here that are so important and so easy once you read about them, all in the program guide. And you can download it too to your computer. You don't have to keep opening it in our website. So then down here, there are parent letters. There are enrollment forms here. Jenna, did you pick up enrollment forms?
She did. We gave her about 100, I think. We gave
Oh, okay. Okay. So these are enrollment forms. These are available on our website. You can print as many as you want. We have them, and I don't know if you need them in Spanish, but we do have them available in Spanish as well. And if you have parents that want to sign up, by all means, if it's okay with you, let them sign up as well, because that just creates even more buy-in. These are certificates that you guys can use as coaches for kids that do amazing things. This is sort of the WOW milestone certificate. This is printable. It's a certificate that you can print out on whatever kind of paper you want. And give it to a child that's maybe crossed a milestone. So if they made their 25, you can put their 25 here, put their name, sign it, and date it, and it's just another thing that you can present to them to celebrate their achievement. I love this certificate. This is called the Extra Mile Certificate, and it's an award that you can present to a kid who might be doing something that has nothing to do with running or walking. It might be a kid that shows up every single week to, you know, part-time or when you guys meet, and he has just, or she has just the best attitude, and she runs with other kids, or she's helping a friend. It just gives you a chance, under the spirit of the 100 Mile Club journey, to really recognize kids that are going above and beyond. You can give it to a parent who's been real helpful. You can give it to a kid. You can print it on a really nice paper and put it in a folder or put stickers on it. It's just a nice way to sort of recognize kids that are going above and beyond. Any questions about that?
No.
Okay. Over here, just so you know, the trademark uses and guidelines, we just don't want you making 100 Mile Club shirts or shirts that are even confusingly like 100 Mile Club shirts, but that's all here. We want you to be able to utilize our digital seal, which is a really fun thing to lay on stationery or any communications that you're doing. We have our logo. If you need it, it's right here. This is actually a PNG, so it's clear in the back, so whatever color you lay it on, it'll show through. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, oh my gosh, what if I'm sharing it and they can't even see it? And then this is our 25th anniversary logo. So this is the logo that's actually on the shirt this time. So it's silver, and it has our 25-year celebration little badge on there. So that's kind of fun to have as well.
Is there a poster or some kind of like a chart that you guys give out that allows us to keep like a running chart?
Yes. So the big charts we don't have here on the computer. They're too big, but you can order them. They're $2 a piece, and they're wonderful. These are tracking charts for the kiddos and for you. I'm going to start with the hundreds chart just because as a teacher, you guys probably know that kids start working with the number 100 as early as preschool. So learning this concept of 100, we've just taken, please open, a simple hundreds chart, and we laid down when they earn their shirt, when they earn their pencil, when they earn their wristband, and when they earn their gold medal, or they've completed their 100, know they're going to earn their gold medal. So this is just a simple hundreds chart. This is something that you can print off as many as you want and give them to your parents, or you can actually just copy this link and send them the link. Does that make sense? You can lay that into an email and say, here's your tracking chart. I love these for kids as well. These are broken into 25-mile segments. So this first 25 miles, they know that they're working toward their shirt. So every time they complete a mile, they can color a box all the way to 25, knowing that they've earned their t-shirt. And it goes the same, oops, hold on guys. It goes the same for 50, 75, and 100. Those are just really fun and easy to hang up and just really fun to use and celebrate with the kids. As far as the big tracking posters, those are available online. All you have to do is call us and we'll send them to you.
I have one right here,
Oh, BJ, good job.
just to show you.
Where'd BJ go?
Nice.
But it's fun. Has the logo.
It was upside down, BJ. Now it's not.
There you go.
Yeah, and then the other end has all the life skills that we practice.
Yeah.
As a coach as well, this is our head coach news archive. We just started sending out head coach news last August, on August 1st. So this is the only newsletter that you would have missed for coaches. This Coach e-News is a newsletter that is just for you. This is all logistics stuff. You'll get one on the first day of every month. This is not something you want to share with families, because we're going to talk about stuff that they don't care about, like ordering and timelines and yucky stuff. The other one is the newsletter. This is called our Smiles newsletter, and we send this out on or about the 15th of every month. It goes out to anyone and everyone who wants it. This email list is the list you might want to put your parents on to receive it automatically. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
This is, they're not going to go on the head coach list. They're going to go on the Smiles list. I call it the A list, which I think A stands for awesome. So I put them on the A list, and they will receive this honor around the 15th of every month. And it looks like this. So it has information. It usually has a school spotlight, has a little bit of news about 100 Mile Club. It has a little challenge every month. A lot of times I'll put a recipe in there that I've used or one of us has used over the last month that we love. There's usually an article that helps them understand why we're asking our kids to set a goal and to run every day and exercise every day. And maybe there's a link or something to something on the website that they might want to read. And it just continues on. So this was the first one that we sent out this year. The next one will go out on the 15th. But the neat thing about Coach's Corner is once you go in here, you'll be able to link and see all the past ones that you may have missed. So that was a lot. Do you guys have any questions?
No.
Okay. So the next thing is, especially because you're in Southern California, is community events. The thing that's beautiful about the 100 Mile Club is this. We have the ability to set up community meetups where kids that are not only in your program, but are also in programs around the country. But I have to tell you, most of the events are in Southern California just because this is where we are, and this Southern California community gets it, and they put stuff on the calendar. We're just now starting to get some in Colorado, some in Massachusetts, and we're really, really excited. BJ, any others that we know about?
Not that I know of right now.
It's something that took years for this region to figure out. If you're in Southern California, you're in luck. These kids can do amazing things. So if you go on our calendar, and this is something you can tell your parents to go to. So you go to events and then view our calendar. And you scroll down. You're going to start seeing some events on the calendar. Now this week, we have had to cancel almost everything because of the heat index. Normally it's packed. So I'm going to go into September so you can kind of see what it's going to start to look like. Little by little, there will be between 2 and 5 events every single day of the week that your kids can go to throughout Southern California and earn miles, and they want to pick what's best for them. An example is, I'm just going to do Fleet Feet because this is one that a lot of people go to. This is the Fleet Feet Sports Rancho Cucamonga Fun Run. They do this every Thursday. Oh, Tuesday and Thursday, I'm sorry. So what they do is they meet at the store and they go to the Pacific Electric Trail and they walk up and back. Usually the kids will do from 1 mile to 4 miles, but it's every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30. And they're really consistent. So you can link this calendar onto your website. You can export the calendar if you want to, although I don't recommend that because a lot of times we may have to change things, especially if the weather gets weird or if one of the coaches is ill or something happens. We can definitely let them know via this calendar and not necessarily if you export it. But you can't.
I've seen that group there do that walk.
Say that again.
I've seen that group do that walk. Now I know what it is. I biked through there, and I always wondered what group that was.
You're like, what are these people doing on my bike trail? You will start to see Mount Rubidoux hikes, which are a little far for our Pasadena and South Bay people. And then if you're in the South Bay, there's not a lot there, but that doesn't mean you can't start something, Krista. You could certainly say, hey, on whatever day we're going to meet and run, and you can put it on the calendar because we do have schools in Torrance. We have schools in Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach. We have schools in Redondo that once you let them know about it, they might show up too. So that's something that whatever you're comfortable with, that's when you're ready to put something on the calendar, you can certainly do that.
Great.
Do you guys partner with like local running clubs or the running stores? I was just thinking of Run With Us in Pasadena has like a team. Like, do you ever do that kind of thing?
Absolutely. That's where Fleet Feet came from. So you just have to.
Yeah, I recognize them from my son's track team. So
yeah, that's where Fleet Feet came from. So they called us and they're like, hey, Kara, we want to host your kids. I'm like, cool. That was pretty much it. It's very simple. Anybody who's willing to let our kids run with them, we love that. Especially if it's a running store or a place where families can go and learn more about maybe appropriate footwear or run with a group that would inspire them. Because we can't be everywhere. So what we hope is that we sort of engage those people that get it and want to sort of join the journey with our kids and join on the journey, you know, and help them achieve their goals. Because that's really what it's about. So yeah, if you have a running store in your community, you want to engage and go, hey, we started a 100 Mile Club. We'd love to come to your runs once a week. Is there a day that would be great for you? Because we sure would love to come out. Does that make sense?
yeah, that sounds good.
And then what they would do is they would do what Fleet Feet did, throw it on our calendar, and then they might get a school from Claremont or they might get a school from Torrance that comes in and goes, oh my gosh, you guys are doing 100 Mile Club here tonight. Can we? Okay, yay. And we issue you a little credit slip. And those are not on here. They are on here, but I went away from the thing. But the credit slips are in Coach's Corner, in that place where I showed you. There are downloadable credit slips, and you download the Word document and you can customize it. So we could send the document over and they could copy them, or you guys could make them and bring them over there. But they're just little bitty credit slips. You know what? It might be worth it for me to show you because you guys are. I'm going to go back to Coach's Corner.
While you find that, we sign up as coaches as well with a $10 fee.
As a coach, BJ, we're going to do shirts for them, aren't we?
Yeah, every coach for each school or each site, the coach, and then even one assistant, if you have that, does receive an incentive package at no cost. But yes, we'd love you to sign up and participate and be involved. So you do get at no cost.
You know, some organizations will do like a special shirt that says coach on it. For us, did somebody disappear? Uh-oh. Oh, well. For a lot of our coaches, or there are some people it'll say like 100 Mile Club coach. Like, we don't do that in the 100 Mile Club. What we do is you guys are running right alongside the kids. So you're wearing the red shirt with the silver, and you're checking off your goals just like them, because I feel like we're all in this together. And that's my philosophy. I hope you guys are cool with that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, good. So here are the credits. So right here where it says community events, we just sort of wrote something silly. Everything's better when people have a chance to connect with one another. So why not allow 100 Mile Club to connect your community? If you click here, it says host an event, and there's information about how to host an event. It's so simple. But here's the credit slip master, and you just download it, and I'm going to open it. Hopefully it won't take forever. It's like the simplest thing in the whole wide world. I'm getting the spinning wheel, which terrifies me. It's literally four little slips. You see it? Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
So this is a Word document. So you would literally just put the name here. You just delete it. Put, you know, whatever. Happy Run Group. I don't know. I'm just making that up. But, and then you just put that on all four, here, 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 and here, and you print those off and cut them, and now you have credit slips. It's that simple. And then hosting an event is here. If you're inspired and you want to sort of host an event, this is where you would look.
And we usually have the parents come up to us and tell us how many miles the kids did, or?
Yeah, so this would really mostly be something that would happen at a community event. This is not something you would necessarily create. This is something you may receive.
Gotcha.
So you might get one from, you know, a Mount Rubidoux hike that someone did. If you're in anywhere near Riverside County. You might get one from Fleet Feet if you're in Pasadena. You might get one from the Claremont Loop if you're in Pasadena.
But for example, if I was hosting an event, I decided to put one on the calendar, then I would be the one in charge of handing those slips out?
Yes, sir. And there may be, if you put it on the calendar, you are basically rolling the dice and saying there might be kids from other schools that come.
Okay, and the parents can tell me the mileage, or do we rely on the kids saying I ran X miles?
You'd be there, so you would know.
Okay.
So usually what we do with a community event is it's a loop. It's some sort of a loop that the kids would do. And you would be there and say, for example, you go to a park that has a loop. So you would have to know ahead of time how many loops is a mile. And you can do it any number of ways. And this is in the program guide. You can either hand out, this is the silliest, best, easiest way to do it. Hand out a popsicle stick for every lap that they do. And at the end, they turn those sticks into you and you give them a slip. Or they can turn on their app, but a lot of families, especially families from public schools, won't have an app. They'll be like, what do you mean turn on an app? Where are the sticks? Or you can give them a slip and you can just do a tally mark on each, each time they come around. And at the end, you just sign the slip and says 3 miles. So, maybe the best idea too is to come to one or two so you can see it. It's, oh my gosh, Aldo, it's the simplest thing in the whole universe. It is so easy. But when you first think about it, your brain might be exploding a little bit.
All right.
If it's a hike or something like that, for example, the Mount Rubidoux hike that we do, because it's going up and then coming down, the coach will go to the top and sit up there for a 20-minute window or a 30-minute window and say, your job to get a credit slip, because all they want is their credit slip, just so you know. I mean, if you're hosting an event, all the kids want is their credit slip. And you'll say, to get a credit slip for this run, you need to be at the top of Mount Rubidoux between 9:30 and 9:50 in the morning. So however long it takes you to get up there, you better be there between 9:30 and 9:50, because that's when I'm giving out slips. And then you come back down. Does that make sense?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Because if they go up, it's 2 miles, and they go down, it's 2 miles, so then it's 4 miles. So sometimes we'll do that as well. So you just kind of have to figure out where you're going to do it first. And then you might want to just give me a call or give BJ a call, and we can talk you through sort of the logistics of what it'll look like.
Okay.
Okay. It's fun. It's really fun. I mean, there comes a point where there's 17 to 20 events a week on that calendar for kids to go to. So it's really, really neat. And then of course, if you guys decide that, a particular 5K or a particular run in your community would count, you can do that as well. And all they would do is turn in their bib or their finisher medal or something to show you that they did it.
Okay.
So of course you can do that You can always do that. Those might not be on our calendar, but that's really, we can never put all the 5Ks on the calendar in the country that are eligible. You just have to, as the coach of your group, say, hey guys, if you guys want to go to Fontana Days 5K or whatever, you get credit for that. Just show me your bib or whatever.
Gotcha.
Got it? BJ, am I missing anything?
I would throw out one other kind of option because of your unique situation as charter schools. As you're talking about the calendar of events, if you posted something on the event and you hosted an event, as Kara said, that is open to anyone that might want to come. You could always host just an Inspire event just for your group, just you as an individual coordinator or you as an individual teacher could have just a one-time or a weekly thing just for your group, and it wouldn't be advertised on the calendar, but even amongst yourself or as much amongst coordinators could also do that. And that might be a great way to start it, to see how it goes with a bit of a smaller group just for your Inspire students.
Yeah, or you guys could partner up depending on where you are physically located. It could be 2 of you to host an event. One, it could be like the 3rd Saturday of every month from 9 to 10 at some cute park somewhere, or, whatever, as long as you guys, agree upon where to meet. So definitely, but you wouldn't want to put that on the calendar if you didn't want anybody else to come.
Okay.
So just while we're getting started and figuring out what we're going to do, it's okay for them to just track their own miles and attend stuff that's already planned. We don't need to start. Okay.
Absolutely. You never have to put an event on the calendar ever if you don't want to. You never have to do any of that. You might want to. You'll get to a point where you're inspired and you want to, but that's not something that you have to do. You could just, because you're kind of a home/charter kind of hybrid version of charter school, you guys could, the parents could track all their own miles and report to you. It's that simple. Or they could track and reward their own kids. But like I said, it's nice when they have someone to report to. It's really nice. They like that. People like to be accountable to others. I've discovered that over the course of this journey as well, is they really like being able to tell you that they've achieved. And then you go, yay, and you take their picture and have a great time. So.
Yeah, I remember when we were at McKinley and Deb would go in and give the shirts and all that stuff, and all the kids would be excited for whoever was getting the shirt.
Yeah, everyone loves
cute.
it. Everyone loves it. It doesn't matter who gives the shirt, and it doesn't matter who's getting it. Everyone is just so excited because they know that they're next, or that they've been there, and it feels good. And so there's a lot of celebrating, and a lot of that sort of team spirit is really what sort of sets us apart from other sort of Run Walk programs or other programs. Is our mission, vision, and spirit is very clear, regardless of whether you're a homeschool, a public school, a charter school, or a senior center. The 100 Mile Club feels the same wherever you go. You could pop into a random school in the middle of Western Massachusetts and it would still feel like 100 Mile Club, because our goal is that everyone finishes. That's the goal. Our goal is to help these kids achieve the goal that they set for themselves. And because that is where the transformation occurs. That's where kids discover how powerful they are. And that's where kids discover that, if I set my mind to something, I can do anything. That's where the magic happens. The magic doesn't happen when you sign up and earn your shirt. It doesn't happen. It happens at the end where it's like, oh my goodness, I did this. Because nobody can do it for them. They have to do it with their own 2 feet and their own spirit. And when we share that sort of spirit and we share that journey, that's where we become a community. Does that make sense? That's why I want you guys to do it too, because it can be truly transformative for kids and families and communities, depending on how you run the program. And our expectation is that you run it with this sort of amazing mission, vision, and spirit. And for us, right here, it just says about 100 Mile Club. All through here, it talks about sort of who we are and what we believe in. Definitely, I'm going to show you our Facebook group because I really would like for you to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm excited for my behalf because I started training, I'm not sure for what yet, but some type of triathlon.
Awesome.
But I'm thinking that if I can actually chart my miles, I mean, that's only going to encourage kids to do the same. And then I can start wearing my shirt during the EA days and all that. So it's like a win-win.
Yeah, we will send you all of these links when you sign up. You'll receive links to a lot of the things that I'm showing you. This is our private coaches group. I don't know why the picture isn't coming up. Oh, there it is. So this is our private coaches group. There's not all of our coaches are in this, obviously, because we have like 4,000 coaches, but the people that are joining this, and this is brand new. We only started this coaches group about 2.5 months ago. It is awesome. These coaches are from all over the country, and they ask the best questions about different ideas, and people in this group share ideas. It doesn't matter if it's a homeschool group or a public school or private school. We're all in this together. And so you can go in here and ask a question and really have it answered by different people in different ways. And it's really nice to be able to sort of to share and see what's going on. So I encourage you once you sign up to join this group, because it's really cool. It's a great place to be. Of course, our Instagram page, we have a regular 100 Mile Club page as well. That's here, that you guys can join. There are announcements and articles and just fun things that you can share. This is a place right here. This page right here is the page where, and it doesn't look, because I'm administrator, it doesn't look as pretty. But this is the page where you would tell your parents to go. All your families would sign up on this page. They wouldn't join the coaches page. So definitely just you guys are in the coaches area. This is where parents would go, is to our regular 100 Mile Club page. And then coaches would go on the coaches page. Anything else I missed? EJ?
One more pragmatic thing. I'm sorry, I'm kind of just jumping in with these housekeeping things, but
no, that's important. I'm sort of big
to
picture.
Also just note, perfect, is that on any of your orders, if you did want them shipped, there are shipping charges on top of what the cost is. So for example, the incentive packages are $10. You are welcome at no additional charge to pick those up here at the office. If we ship them to you, we will add shipping onto that. We don't add handling or anything additional, just what it will cost us through UPS or USPS to ship. And then lastly, if you do have a bit larger program, in California, we're fortunate for orders that are 50 incentive packages or more, we are able to ship those at no cost as well. So just to plan ahead, that will help you to know.
Yeah, there is a little bit of shipping. You guys might want to, a lot of our schools will sometimes tell the families maybe like $11 instead of 10, just to cover shipping if need be. And then when we ship the medals, I don't think.
Okay, and you guys are in Corona, right?
We're in Corona, yeah.
Okay.
So some people could pick up, shipping. It's actual shipping is really, for us, because we ship so much, it's not terribly high, but it's definitely there. So, if you guys have the ability to get reimbursed for that through the school, I don't know, but it's not enough to break the bank, but there's definitely shipping charges. So, any other questions?
Nope.
Awesome.
Well, and visit another thing, because I'm so visual, visit our YouTube channel. On YouTube, type in 100 Mile Club or go to 100 Mile Club channel, and you'll see some fun videos, usually just 2 to 4 minutes long, but they're great examples of what's happening out in the community and at our schools.
Yeah, it's a good channel. It's a lot of fun. We add a lot to it. I was going to go there, but I don't want to confuse you guys. But the YouTube channel, I believe the links, yeah, we have links down here to our YouTube channel. Very fun. It's a very fun place to go and sort of check out what's happening.
Then we're here to help you. Questions along the way at any point, email, phone call, text even.
Thank you.
Okay, we see
Put a
you.
name to a face.
That's great.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kara. Thank you, BJ.
Jenna.
Thanks,
Have a good day.
I'll talk to you soon, Alden.
So question, if I were to try to print out the applications, I noticed that they were in black or in color. If I run out of ink, can I go tomorrow and pick up some?
You
Oh,
can
sure.
pick up some. BJ, what are our numbers like right now? Because I just
I can double check. Although, what's your phone number in case we don't have enough? I think we would have enough for 50 to 100.
yeah.
Okay, it's 909
Uh-huh.
953
Okay.
1526.
1526. And if we don't have enough, I'll call you right back this afternoon.
Okay.
But I think we would have enough. How many would you like?
Probably like 100. I have an event on Tuesday, so I'm not sure what my turnout's going to be.
Okay, great. And you could print those off. Black and white is not quite as pretty.
Right.
But we do have schools that will print it off because color is expensive when you're printing them on your
Yeah,
own.
yeah.
So
Okay.
they look good. RN.
Yeah, no, they look good. So I'm trying to.
Really good. They're really so.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So this hopefully it recorded, and then I will send out the link to you all. Jenna, is that cool?
Yep, and then I can forward it out because I know other people wanted to come, but it's a busy, busy week for us.
I know, and it's hot, and everybody's like, I have my dogs laying here on the floor. That's why I'm working. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy this week. So yeah, and then like I said, you're welcome to come to any community event just to sort of check it out. Jenna, you too. Start sending your family. It'll be a lot of fun.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
You.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.